This morning, recovery workers are now looking for the bodies of 6 construction workers. Officials suspended search and rescue efforts overnight as water temperatures, currents, and conditions diminished any chance to find survivors. At the same time, on the investigation into the crash itself, there is news. The NTSB announced it has the ship's data recorder. With us now from Baltimore is NBC's Tom Llamas. Also with us, former Baltimore Mayor Stephanie Rawlings Blake and Richard Geddes, founding director of the Cornell Program in Infrastructure Policy and a Baltimore area native. All right, Tom, I'm going to begin with you. What's the latest on the investigation?
Well, as you mentioned, Katie, the new news that we have is that overnight the NTSB was able to board the Dolly. They were able to speak with some of the crew members and also get that voyage data recorder, which is essentially the black box for these massive cargo vessels. We should get some of that information. They're going to release it to the public, we think, later today. At least that's what they said. I just wrapped up an interview with the FBI dive team that is sort of centering their search with remote operated vehicles. They call them ROVs. They essentially send these ROVs into the water to kind of map out with both cameras and sonar what's beneath the water. Here's what that dive supervisor told me.
What have your teams been able to see down there? How bad is it?
The debris field is pretty sizable. I know that's why they're hesitant to send divers down, because some of the debris is still shifting with the heavy weight of the rocks. It's dark, so we're not getting good camera footage from our ROV footage, but the sonar still shows up very well.
Now, Katie, if you listen there closely, it's very interesting what he says, because he says no divers from the FBI have actually been able to enter the water just yet. They're just using these underwater drones because it's too dangerous. He says the visibility is pretty much black. They can't see anything. Every now and then they'll get an image from the camera, but it's all sonar. They're trying to map out exactly where some of these vehicles that were on the bridge landed. And it's my understanding from the interview, and I know they're still early in the investigation, but it sounds like they believe maybe some of the victims may have been trapped in their own vehicles once the bridge collapsed and hit the water. But again, it's still so early, and the sense I got, Katie, from talking to him is that this is going to be a very long time until they can move some of this debris down there and actually see what they're looking at.
Well, that was my question, my follow-up. The construction workers who were on the bridge, I guess the question is, were they in their car, Tom, at the time? Were they perhaps on a break at the time of the bridge collapse?
Yeah, that was my sense from the interview, that's one theory that they're working on right now. But my big takeaway, Katie, is that they are so far from this process, from locating those bodies, at least from what I heard, just because the debris field is so massive and they cannot see anything. They're mapping stuff with sonar, and then eventually, when things get a little safer, they'll send divers in when they know almost for sure they should investigate and inspect that area. But that could be days, if not weeks.
Tom Llamas reporting for us from Baltimore. Tom, thank you very much. All right, Richard, I want to talk about what Tom just mentioned there, that there's so much debris in the water that the FBI divers can't safely go down. How do they clear debris from a shipping lane like that where there are currents? There's also a tidal aspect.
Yeah, I think probably depending on the weight, there's going to be a lot of cranes involved. And there's either probably floating cranes because it's in the channel, which is maybe 50, 60 feet deep. And there's also cranes as you go off the channel, it gets pretty shallow. So they could have cranes that are on the bottom, and that'll help them move the heavy debris that's on the bottom.
What's your sense of how long that might take?
It's always hard to estimate. You have to assess the situation first. But the technology of all that has improved quickly, and I think there's sort of certainly a regional, maybe national mission in doing this quickly.
The president says the federal government is going to pay for it. We'll see if Congress agrees to that and does it quickly, because it's going to cost quite a bit of money. What does it mean for Baltimore to have this bridge collapse?
So, to the spirit of our city, it has been devastating. The Francis Scott Key Bridge has been a part of the landscape of the city since, I think, '77. It's hard to think about our, the layout. You see the domino sign, you see the aquarium, you see the bridge, and it is no longer. So it is devastating. But economically, it's hard to quantify. The Port of Baltimore is one of the most significant ports on the East Coast. It's the most inward port, and it is responsible for moving products all throughout the country
and the world.
Right, and that impact is going to be, as we start to think about the cost of this, that impact is really mounting.
Every day that this port is closed is a day that more dollars than we can think of are lost. Obviously, there's the intense effort to try to recover the bodies, the human tragedy here, the unthinkable loss that occurred. But there's also just the reality that you got to get people moving back and forth. You don't, not only now do you not have this bridge, you got to rely on other local routes, which is going to increase traffic. But now you don't have the port. So in clearing the port, how important is it to get this done quickly? And if it takes weeks to clear it, what is that going to mean? It's
going to take more than weeks to clear it. But I will say, as we think about the tragedy and the families, and we continue to pray for them, we also have to have an eye toward the future. And I think that this is an opportunity to show American greatness. We have the best engineers in the world. We have the best builders in the world. And this is an opportunity for us to show that. There was, I think, in Europe, a bridge that was collapsed and it was rebuilt in less than 2 years. I think we can beat that. And I think it can be better than it's ever, than any bridge in our country. That's the opportunity we're faced with. And the value of the port, I think, demands that.
Richard, do you think it can happen that quickly?
It's hard to bet on how long it's going to take. I think in a case, the United States can do things quickly when we want to. And when there's a mission, our infrastructure is notorious for being slow and sometimes over cost and over budget. But I think in a case where there's a real purpose here, we can have a beautiful new design, a more resilient bridge, and do it pretty quickly, Katie.
And they got the highway fixed in Pennsylvania after that accident with the fuel truck relatively quickly, much quicker than they thought. Let's hope that happens here as well. Stephanie Rawlings Blake, the former mayor of Baltimore, thank you very much for joining us. And Richard Geddes, founding director of the Cornell Program in Infrastructure Policy and a Baltimore area native. Thank you guys very much.
Hey everyone, MSNBC has a new and improved app. You'll get real-time alerts and analysis, live blogs, in-depth essays, video highlights, and the best 2024 election coverage. Download the new MSNBC app. Here's how to do it. You tap on the App Store on your phone. You hit search on the bottom right corner. You type in MSNBC. You click on the MSNBC app. You click on Get or the cloud icon and enjoy it.